Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. We are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and in Texarkana, Texas. My co-host, the awesome Randy, here beside me. I am Chris. We are going to talk to you about great comics for April 30th, 2014. Yes, there is a ton of stuff hitting this week. Guys, I'm just going to be upfront with you. We're not hitting everything. We had to kind of pick and choose, okay? So we're going to try to bring to you some of the popular storylines, the more popular number ones, and some of our favorites in our normal format like we usually do. This is a longer episode, guys, so if you can't sit here and watch the video in its entirety, click on the link below. We have the MP3 of this episode available down below. You can download it, put it on your phone, listen to it on the go as you drive back and forth to work, whatever you would like to do. Also, be sure and thumbs up and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. We appreciate the comments and the engagement that we've been getting each and every week from all of our loyal viewers. It's been awesome. We have fun talking to you about everything related to comics. So pretty much nothing is out of boundaries if you want to talk about comics. Just keep it family friendly, okay, guys?
No infighting.
No, none of that. But guys, actually, Randy's got a treat for us. We got some stuff to show off here.
Yeah, tons of stuff to show off here. I'm going to start off with a really cool one. The Jack Skellington bus bank. So he's skinny there. I don't know how the coins are supposed to go in the arms. But something like this and the other bus banks are on sale at the mega sale.
Awesome.
If they make it to the mega sale.
That's right.
We also have Domo. Batman. Which,
it's Batman?
Yeah, that's Batman.
Oh, okay.
Domo Batman, then we have a couple of other ones. We have some other plush figures, or I guess figures is fine, that are on sale at the mega sale.
Awesome.
We've got games like Munchkin, which is always popular. Other tabletop games. The new one that's out right now is called Lunacy. I think that's from the people that did Flux, the game that changes all the time. So Lunacy is probably drive you crazy.
Very cool.
Stuff that you can find that will be on sale at the mega sale. Maybe you need some new glassware. Maybe something like these tumblers, which we have pictures of all the different types there. There's the awesome Robin in the tiny little, teeny tiny green tights. And can be found on sale at the mega sale.
I love it.
We have the Daryl figure with motorcycle from the TV series, because he's not found in the comics.
No, he's not.
And it can be found on sale at the mega sale. Maybe you're looking to get graphic novels. Maybe something like this gigantic Stray Bullets one. That's like 1 through 42, something like that. It's usually a $60 book, but will be on sale at the mega sale.
Yes.
So that's cool.
Oh,
and
man.
yeah, just tons of graphic novels. And
Lord, that's 20 pounds right there.
Yeah, that's a big one. We also have the back issues. We have cards, baseball cards like the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, things like that will be on sale. And gigantic statues that will also be on sale, like the famous Batman, Catwoman, Hush statue.
Yes.
It's on sale at the mega
sale.
Tons of stuff. Just we got all different types of things. Supplies will be on sale as well.
Yeah.
So that's just to give you an idea of what you can expect and what you might kind of start getting in mind of what you're interested in putting on your list if you show up at our sale.
Exactly.
Which begins May 8th, I believe.
May 8th.
May 8th. So that's
through the 11th,
Thursday.
correct?
That's Thursday through Sunday, yes.
Yes, awesome. Tons of stuff, guys. I hope you held on to some of your income tax return or something.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to spend all that money that you get back from Uncle Sam.
It's the only way to spend it. That's
you're not
awesome.
having to pay Uncle Sam.
That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you won't have to. And guys, don't forget, I'll include a link to it below, but we are participating in Free Comic Book Day. That is this weekend. That is when this airs,
yes.
this weekend. So guys, come here. We are there is going to be a limit of 3 copies per person.
Yes.
But come say hi to everybody. Come get some free comics for you yourself, your kids, your nieces, nephews, bring everybody, have some fun with that, enjoy some free comics for free comic book day, and then come back for the mega sale the following weekend and get all that stuff and more if it's still available.
That's right.
All right, guys, moving on to the question of the week.
Yes.
Are you ready, sir?
I'm always ready.
He's always ready. I'm not quite as prepared for this, but I'm going to just do the best I can. Guys, this weekend, Amazing Spider-Man 2 hits the theaters.
That's right.
And the trailer looks really, really cool. There's so much stuff going on. They've incorporated a lot more characters, villains, from what I can tell from the trailer. So Spider-Man's going to have his work cut out for him.
And on top of that, we have this week Amazing Spider-Man #1 coming out.
Exactly, the return.
Spider-Man themed question of the week, maybe?
I think so. Okay. Why not? And go ahead with that. What is it going to be?
What is your favorite Spider-Man moment? I want it to be one that includes Spider-Man, not just something that happened in his book that maybe didn't include him, that was with someone else. I'll go ahead and get this started since I'm prepared for it. For me, it was the end of the series Spider-Man that started off as the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man and then changed to Peter Parker Spider-Man. I believe it was issue 98, where it's the culmination of Peter versus Green Goblin. Not really a great story, but it has this moment in which a pumpkin bomb, goes off in the Daily Bugle, takes off a lower chunk of the building. All these people in the building need to get out, and Spider-Man is holding up the building from collapsing there, and just this strength and this, my life, I'll toss my life into there if I have to. I might lose it, but I'm getting all these people out, and he eventually webs up everything so that the building can remain standing there while the people get out. But that was just like one of the first Spider-Man moments that I read that I was like, whoa, yeah, this is definitely the hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, remember, I came in later into comics, so that's, I was not back reading what was going on in the 80s or anything there as a kid. So.
No. Well, me neither, but for me, I've never been just a huge Spider-Man collector. I've liked him, and I have picked up stuff along the way. The most dedicated I think I've been to Spider-Man was back when J. Michael Straczynski was writing him for a while there, and then with the most recent Superior Spider-Man series. So I kind of have moments that I liked and enjoyed. I can't really pinpoint one specific moment that I really, that's Spider-Man for me. But I liked the recent Spider-Man and Wolverine miniseries that Jason Aaron did with Adam Kubert.
Okay.
I love the way that series kind of took Spider-Man out of his whole joking, jovial kind of atmosphere and attitude and gave him a more serious tone.
Yeah.
It made Peter Parker a bit more serious. I like Superior Spider-Man. There were several moments throughout the Superior Spider-Man series that I liked. And I don't know if it was because, maybe I'm dark or something. I don't know. But I mean, like these moments where you know that you're not dealing with the same Spider-Man.
Right.
That was kind of cool to me, especially when Spider-Man killed Menace. Yeah. And that was it. We're not dealing with that anymore. There's just been several things. I can't pinpoint one specific moment for me, but there have been several moments throughout my time of reading Spider-Man that I've really enjoyed him. And those are just a couple of them.
Yeah.
I really wish I don't have like a Captain America moment, where he faced down somebody. I don't really know what to say in that regard. But guys, regardless of my fumbling right here, you tell us what your favorite Spider-Man moment is, and log in with Google Plus and tell us below. Include a couple of them, just like I did. So go from there. What you looking for?
Keep going.
I'll just keep going then.
I had something, but I don't know what happened to it.
You don't know what happened?
No, I do know what happened to it.
Oh, you got a little something there?
Yeah, this is for later. But I at least wanted to have it. Right.
There it is. Guys, log in. Tell us below what your favorite Spider-Man moment is. Tell us if you're going to go see the new movie, too. There's a lot of anticipation building for that. And that's it, guys. We are moving on for the comics hitting April 30th, 2014. We're going to start off with the events/storylines like we always do.
Yeah.
What do you want to start off with, sir?
I want you to start off.
I will start it off then. There we go. Guys, another, I don't know, snafu or messed up by DC, but here we go. We got some Forever Evil stuff coming out before the final issue of Forever Evil hits, and one of those is Forever Evil Aftermath Batman versus Bane. Now, this is a little different, guys. Don't think of it as the classic, because this is the new 52.
Right.
This is the new 52 Bane and the new 52 Batman, and Batman has returned back to Gotham after the events of Forever Evil in this one-shot, and now he has to take the city of Gotham back from Bane. So if you read, it's the same creative team that was on Forever Evil Arkham War.
Right.
Tomasi and Scott Eaton. So these same guys are teaming up for this Batman vs. Bane one-shot, which really you could probably call it the 6th or 7th part of Arkham War.
Right.
But this is it, guys. We could see a showdown between Batman and Bane here in the DC 52.
Nice. Very nice. Real quickly, I'm going to do a rundown of, this is the 5th week for comics, so that means that DC's, most of their books take a break, and DC puts out the annuals.
Yeah.
The annuals have been very important here for the most part with DC, and it's no different this time around. We have Batgirl Annual number 2. Awesome. In this annual, this is the beginning of a new story arc that's going to take a look at Poison Ivy. I guess, Poison Ivy betrayed the Birds of Prey early on in the series there. So I guess this is going to look at some animosity, something that goes on between those two characters.
Okay.
We have Batwoman Annual number 1. This is a culmination of Batwoman versus Mr. Bones. There's finally going to be some resolution there, and Kate might find her freedom, be able to break away from a department, I forget what the department's name, but that Mr. Bones is in charge of, that has kind of blackmailed her into participating, working with them.
Okay.
We have Flash Annual number 3. This is a new story arc. This is featuring a Flash from the future. That he travels back in time and is trying to correct some sort of event that has happened that, wrecked Coast City, wrecked his life, everything like that. A Flash from the future may not be Barry Allen. But speaking of Barry Allen, we are looking at Barry Allen in this issue as he is trying to deal with the aftermath of everything from Forever Evil here. And so this is the start of a new story arc. You may want to pick that up. It's a new writers on the book. Doesn't say who the artist is, so I guess we'll find that out on Wednesday. Finally, we have the Green Lantern New Guardians Annual number 2. This one's a big one because it's going to be leading into the next big Green Lantern event here. And we have Kyle. He, when we saw with the White Lantern storyline, he's been one of the first beings, or the first being, to pass through the Source Wall. Right. And he saw something over there. Something that has, I guess, come back with him in his mind, is now wanting out and wanting to get towards Earth. So, big secrets that are locked up in his head, and that's what's going to lead into, I don't know the name of the new storyline, but the new Green Lantern story event.
Yeah, I think it was like Universal War or something. There's supposed to be a big...
Oh, okay.
Something like... we'll have more details for you.
Oh, okay.
That's leading up to that big event, huh?
That's leading up to that. So, those are the annuals that are coming out.
Very cool. Very cool. Guys, the last issue of this particular miniseries I've been telling you about because it's been coming out every week, What If Age of Ultron number 5. Hits the shelf this week, and in an odd turn, this is exploring a world where Hank Pym never created Ultron. But a threat still comes into play, and because Ultron was never created, the Vision was never created. So it takes a look at a world where both of those were never created, so you don't see what happens from the evil of Ultron or the good of the Vision. And what will happen in this world if there's no Avengers, if no Avengers assemble. Right. So that takes a look at that, and that's the final issue of this What If Age of Ultron. If you haven't been getting the weekly issues as they've been coming out, I'm sure we'll see a collection here in the next month or two. Right, it'll probably come out pretty quickly. For those of you who get tired of just hearing of all the events that go on in Marvel and DC, here's a little change of pace. Dawn of the Autobots, we have Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, number 28. This right here is going to kind of play out in different books. You don't have to get them, but there's one that's like Earth, one that's space. This is a space book. This is Megatron in charge of an Autobot crew. Nobody would have thought that. It's happened. He's on a mission to find the Knights of Cybertron. Something has happened to make this a very important mission. And he's now, like I said, in charge of this crew, and leading people robots that he's
formerly fought against. Can they, really trust him? Will they follow him? We'll find out with that. But I like what's going on here. I'm interested to see, this take of an Autobot Megatron.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one coming.
No.
Guys, last up for me for the storylines for this week, we have Uncanny Avengers Annual #1, Rick Remender, Paul Renaud on art there. And this is already set up to be a classic annual because you've got the perfect amalgamation of X-Men and Avenger lore, and we're going to be seeing Mojo needs to come up with a new show for the Mojo verse and decides to create the Supernatural Avengers.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that in this issue, and it's going to have a beautiful cover by Art Adams. But Paul Renaud, if I'm not mistaken, he's been doing some work on Ghost here recently, or maybe that's Ryan Sook. Maybe I got them.
Sook has been.
I've seen Renaud before, and it's some awesome artwork.
For forever, he did Dynamite covers. And he's one of those. Anybody that has a problem with people not being able to draw women looking realistic, Renaud is excellent at doing that. His female form looks like a woman should look.
I think that's mainly what we've seen him doing a lot is covers, and
he's done some Marvel covers. This may be some of his first interior work.
That's what I was just thinking. So, man, I'm really looking forward to the art on this. It's an awesome story by Rick Remender. We get to take a look at the Supernatural Avengers, and can the Uncanny Avengers survive this experience? Also, a spirit of vengeance is involved.
Yes.
So, will it be Ghost Rider? Will it be something else? I don't know. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm checking that out.
Thanks, Marvel, for stealing Mark's idea. He has said he wanted a Supernatural Avengers forever, and so now they have created that.
I like the idea, but, as we've talked about before, it's like these characters like Elektra and Punisher and Black Widow, they have these followings.
Yeah.
But it's like not enough to keep it going. And I think the same thing can be said for a Supernatural Avengers team.
Yeah. It's a few thousand following, not...
Yeah, hundreds of thousands.
Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. So, guys, that's it for the... You got another storyline?
That's it.
That's it for the storylines, guys. Moving on to the new number ones.
Number ones.
What you going to hit? What you going to start off with?
The big number one that everybody has been waiting for. Amazing Spider-Man #1 is here. Thwip, thwip.
Yes.
Peter is back. He's got that same Parker luck.
Yes.
He's got a different outlook on life, kind of because, he's, faced death.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see if he's coming back to the same world that he left, if he's as loved as everybody, as when he left, if he's got that cushy job when he left, if he's got, friends, family when he left, all this stuff. Is it still in place? We'll find out, but we now have you can truly, honestly say, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is back. So he's back. It's Dan Slott, Humberto Ramos, and Electro.
Yes, we will get to see Electro in this.
Yeah, great tie-in to the movie to have that character. So enjoy it, pick it up. Peter Parker.
That's it, guy. I mean, really, this week, come get the new Amazing Spider-Man. Come here for Free Comic Book Day, get some free comics, and then go see Amazing Spider-Man that night.
Yeah, if you do it out of order, don't tell us what happens in the movie.
That's right, don't spoil it for us. Another one that I'm really looking forward to, I'm going to kind of jump around here, but the one I'm really looking forward to, Southern Bastards.
Yeah.
#1.
Yeah.
Aaron, Jason Latour. You guys know Jason Aaron. He wrote Wolverine and the X-Men. He wrote Scalped. He wrote The Other Side for Vertigo. He's done tons of stuff. He wrote the Wolverine Spider-Man miniseries I mentioned earlier. He's currently writing Thor. He's coming out with an Image creator-owned series with Jason Latour, who is an artist, but Jason Latour is also writing the current version of Wolverine and the X-Men.
Right.
And so this creative team is together, and this is Southern Fried Crime.
Yes.
They keep describing it as the Dukes of Hazzard meets the Coen brothers on meth. But it takes place in this town in Alabama, because they're both Alabama boys. Latour and Aaron are Alabama boys. They wanted to tell a crime story set in with that backdrop about a high school coach who's also basically a crime lord in the same city that he lives in. He coaches football. He's got a barbecue stand, and he also has a criminal organization that he's over as well. He carries a big bat to run it all. So maybe a little bit of Justified meets something else.
This is a character, Earl Tubbs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't really, in the interviews and stuff I've read, there hasn't been just a whole lot revealed.
No.
They're kind of keeping it close to vest, but that's more than enough for me to check them out because Jason Aaron has a great track record for me, and you should check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, we have this one coming out from Valiant, a longtime character here, Ray, is I guess how we say it. Ray number 1, Matt Kent, Clayton Crane, writing and art respectively there. And this has to do, it takes place in the year 4180, and there is some sort of being that is known as Father that rules over everything. And I guess it's in the land that's kind of Japan, what's known as Japan, or what was known as Japan. He has one man that is his enforcer, kind of a myth, kind of a legend, an urban legend maybe, that happens to be Ray. And this story is really following kind of Ray's journey as he's protecting the land and finding out about this land that he's watching over and protecting, and trying to find out about the humanity that he's lost along the way there. So, sounds interesting. You have a strong creative team on it, and I'm hoping this continues that long line of real strong out of the gate hits that Valiant has had. Their books, I've heard some mixed reviews as they've gone on, but they just had rave reviews with them starting off. So hopefully this continues.
Yes. Guys, another one from Image, Dream Police, number 1.
Police, they come to me. Oh,
sing it, big guy. J. Michael Straczynski was another creator-owned title with artist Sid Kotian. This is like... J. Michael Straczynski has been around for a while. He's an older gentleman, and this is kind of like his version of Dragnet, but in the dreamscape. These are police officers. We got Frank Stanford and Joe Thursday, who are police officers in the dreamscape. They monitor nightmares, dreams, those type of illusions or visions and stuff like that, and keep people safe from what's going on within the dreamscape until something happens to Frank, where he disappears, and a woman shows up saying that she's Joe's partner and always has been.
Yeah.
So we get to find out what that mystery is, what's going on with Joe and Frank, who this mystery woman character is, and what has happened within the dreamscape to cause this big change for Joe and Frank in Dream Police.
Yeah, I don't know if this is exactly like it used to be, but this was an Icon series beforehand.
I thought so.
Dream Police, and I hate to disappoint you guys by saying this, but it previously had Mike Deodato art on it, because you know how awesome that art is, and I haven't seen the art on this, so I don't know if it lives up to it, but I don't know if it's just total retelling or if it's kind of picking up from or what. We'll see.
We'll find out.
Last up, we have a series from IDW. It's a mini-series called V-Wars. This is really neat. This is based on a Jonathan Mayberry novel.
Okay.
That he's writing the adaptation here for the comic series. And all it takes is one bullet, one assassination, and a terrorist vampire cell claiming that they are the ones responsible for it, to, you know, make the whole thing explode wide open here, where it then begins a war between mankind and vampires. Right. They've always been among you. I guess we've known that they've been among us, but it's now just full-on bloody war.
Right.
So, it's a really cool concept. Really pretty art that I've seen in the previews that they had. And so this is one that may, you know, tickle your fancy. Check it out.
Yeah, there's tons of vampire people out there that love vampires. Anything to relate to vampires.
Yeah,
vampire. Now, guys, that's it for the new number 1s. Honorable mention. There's another Valiant Shadow Man miniseries coming out this week. Some Dexter's Laboratory.
DD.
There's still, like I said at the beginning of the episode, there's a lot of stuff that we're not going to be able to cover in this episode that is still coming out. I'll have the shipping list available down below so you can see what is hitting.
Yes.
And guys, moving on, before we launch into the next segment of our favorites, what was your favorite issue from last week that you read?
There were so many good books last week.
There were several.
And it's hard to narrow down Lazarus number 8,
yes,
Sheltered number 8, and Avengers Undercover number 3. So, what I have are 3 pieces of paper. I want you to pick one of those.
Okay, I get to pick one. I'm going to go in the middle here.
Okay, middle. Open it up and tell me. My favorite of the week was
Avengers
Undercover number 3. Man, it was just a cool story all the way through. But that ending to it. Holy crap! Is there any turning back from that?
Is it real?
Is it real? I don't know, but it was just the perfect way to cap it all off there. The only part that was kind of a down moment for me was it's Timothy Green art and not Kev Walker.
Yeah.
I love Kev Walker's art so much, but it was still good art for the story there.
Yes.
Great choice there.
Great choice for you. It was the tie, and this one that I'm choosing barely edged it out, but I'm going with Daredevil #2.
Oh, okay.
And it barely edged out Lazarus for me. Both were so good, but I just loved Daredevil #2. There was this with this particular issue, there was just this economy of storytelling that Wade and Samney had brought to the issue, where everything was introduced and the way it flowed to the way that it ended at the end of the issue with who the main villain was.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh man, I love the interaction between Matt Murdock and his helper. I can't remember her name, but the new DA as well that came to visit. Great interaction. That was like, I can handle talking heads like that.
Right.
It was great talking heads, but not throughout the whole issue. And then up into him meeting the Shroud, and then fighting with the Shroud, and then going on to the end of the issue. I was like, yes, I just felt, when I finished that issue, I was just like, yes, that was great. That was a great issue. But guys, Avengers Undercover 3, Lazarus was great. There was a bunch of great stuff. For me, the one that edged it out was Daredevil #2.
Yeah.
So guys, we're going on to our favorites now. Be warned, there will be some spoilers because this is kind of like our review commentary area.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into some of our favorites that'll be hitting next week that we always read near the top of the stack, if not the top of the stack. What would you like to start off with, sir?
We'll try and keep it short and sweet for you guys. Rachel Rising #25 comes out. They weren't sure if this issue was going to come out because, we've had problems. Even though this has been mentioned as a TV series, fans have not been jumping on board here. This is great work here. Terry Moore at his finest. This is the start of a new chapter within the book and in Rachel's life. She is on the lookout trying to find the man responsible for her waking up in the shallow grave, and then issue #1 here. The only problem is she's in a tiny little town, and there seem to be a whole lot more suspects for her than there are allies. So this looks to be another intense issue. I'm so on board for this. Love every single issue of the book. Page turner all the way through.
Very cool, very cool. Guys, up for me, Black Science #6. If you've been reading the series, this is the issue that you want to pick up because this is what it has been building towards. Grant McKay and his boss that's been over the project, finally the showdown, the head-to-head showdown that has been coming. And there has been some fantastic stuff going on in the previous issues, especially in regards to Grant McKay's children and somebody that was trying to save them. It was great. And guys, I'm really looking forward to this. Rick Remender is taking us all kinds of places with this sci-fi adventure series. You should be reading Black Science. This is the conclusion of the first arc, so I'm assuming that a trade for $9.99 or $10.99 will be hitting the shelves very soon. You should get it if you're not getting the single issues.
If Black Science is your lethal weapon #1, I've got your lethal weapon #2.
Uh-oh.
Also from Rick Remender. Deadly Class #4 is coming out. Guys, last issue, I did not see any of this coming. That was insane.
Crazy.
Insane. I loved it. This issue finds Marcus. It finds Willie, and it finds Saya. I don't know how you say her name. It finds them on a bit of a trip, maybe a bit of an acid trip in Vegas. What should be a fun time maybe is going to turn into a bit of a bad trip with a certain mutilated stalker out for revenge man. A crazy, crazy dude.
Yes.
And this book just has way too many of those moments where you go, oh!
Exactly.
With it. I loved it. I mean, you got the sense in the last issue that, they can't pull the trigger, and then it just gets to, the homeless man telling the story, and then BAM!
Exactly.
And you're like,
exactly.
I didn't see that. They took you there, and I didn't think they were.
They did. It was, yes. And that guy that shows up, the deformed-looking guy, that just took it to a whole nother level. Woo. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Guys, next up for me, all new X-Men #26. And I'm really excited to see this because we see the Brotherhood of Mutants from the future return. And we didn't see them. We saw them previously in the Battle of the Atom storyline.
Right.
And they're back. Why? I don't know. I want to find out because I liked the characters, and I want to see what they're doing back, what's going on with them. We got Brian Michael Bendis and Stuart Eminem on board. Thank you, Marvel.
Yeah. We should also mention that Jean Grey has developed some very new powers, and I think you're going to have the older Cyclops trying to work with her on those powers in this issue. So that'll be neat to see, kind of your first real interaction between those two characters.
Yeah.
Last up for me is Uber number 12. Uber is back! And it is the start of Uber year 2 here.
Okay, yeah.
With this, we're going to have Kieran Gillen is taking a closer look at some of the pieces that are on this, big, massive European kind of chessboard that they have going on right now. Looking at what's going on in London, what's going on in Germany, and what's going on in the Pacific here. Maybe we're going to see kind of what's happened exactly when they dropped a certain someone off in the middle of London for kind of the second attack on London. Man, love this book. This right here is one of those. I'm kind of disappointed that I don't know. Maybe it has the stigma. Is that the right word of Avatar not really being something that you can take seriously or that can really put something out that has heavy. I don't know what the deal is, but man, this I thought should have been in some contention for Eisner.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And guys, last up for me, Avengers World number 5. I've got Nick Spencer writing, Stefano Caselli on art. I've been loving what they've been doing. Issue 3 was, we saw Shang-Chi face off against the Gorgon to what may be a fatal end.
Yeah.
In the previous issue 4, we saw Starbrand really affected by the City of the Dead that they explored with that Avengers team. And in this issue, we're taking a look at Manifold, who is like a newer character that came on, I think, during Jonathan Hickman's Secret Warriors run to the Secret Warriors type team, the covert team that Nick Fury was developing. But this spotlights him, and it may be tying to what was happening with Starbrand, because he's a teleporter. He's a teleporter, Manifold is. So is he going to be able to save Starbrand and the Avengers that are tied up in that dead city under Paris, if I'm not mistaken, and bring them out alive? I want to see, because each issue's had some great single character development that I really enjoyed. So, and I really don't know a whole lot about Manifold, so I want to find out what's going on with him.
He's the son of Gate.
I thought he was from the Outback.
Gate, what's his name?
Gateway.
Gateway, Gateway. Son of Gateway.
Yeah, from X-Men way back in the day.
X-Men, Generation X, all that. Yeah.
And such a quiet guy. I didn't know he had a kid.
Didn't speak, but I think New Avengers, Secret Warriors, as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, he was from that. But yeah.
Okay. So that's it for me, guys. Tons of stuff. Like I mentioned, there's tons of stuff that we didn't mention in this video that will still be hitting the shelf. You can still get and read and enjoy and tell us about in the comments below. Guys, that's it for this week. Remember, we are ExcaliburCCG.com, Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and in Texarkana, Texas. Don't forget, this weekend is Free Comic Book Day. Next weekend is the Mega Sale. And don't forget, Amazing Spider-Man number 1 and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. Talk to us about those down below. Try not to spoil the movie, okay? Because I'll be reading the comic, so I'll be on board with that. Anything else to add, sir?
That sounds good to me.
Guys, that's it. Until next time, be safe, take care, read great comics. We'll see you in the next video.